What is going on, guys? Jack here, and I am back with a brand new episode of potential transfers. It's been an absolute while since we've done one of these videos, and it is back in full swing since the Barclays Premier League season has officially finished. Actually, most of the seasons for all the big clubs are finished. So without further ado, let's get on to the big transfer news. And the first player we've got here is Leroy Sané, obviously a former Manchester City player, is playing his trade out in the Bundesliga, and is actually a very solid goalkeeper. Now, Jurgen Klopp, who obviously has had an okayish season with Liverpool, got him into 2 finals in the short time he's been there, which is again very impressive. Might not have won them all, but again, he has been a very good influence on the club. I think you can only get better with Leroy Sané in net. Obviously, Mignolet is not the most reliable of goalkeepers, despite the fact that he actually has been not too bad this season, but again, he's still a little bit shaky, and I don't think he'll be in Jurgen Klopp's first team plans for much longer. Guys, just a friendly reminder, if you want to see more, make sure to smash that like button. Also, subscribe if you're new around it. Let's move on to the next player. So the next one we've got is Harvard Nordtveit, another Bundesliga player that has actually been confirmed to be joining West Ham United. Very good signing for the Hammers here. Nordtveit is a very good Norwegian player, can play centre-back, CDM, centre-mid and right-back. Very versatile, can join the club, and obviously is in a very competitive squad now. He is the former Mönchengladbach captain. It's a free signing for West Ham, so what can possibly go wrong. Next player we do have is John Terry. Now, this one really ain't a transfer. It's actually confirmation that he signed a new deal with his long-time club, Chelsea. Now, I believe it's only a 1-year deal. I may be wrong, correct me if I am wrong, but that's really good news for Chelsea fans who didn't really want to see him leave the club. And again, it just adds that bit of stability. You never want to see the captain leave, and he is a club legend. Next player we've got is Antoine Martial. Again, carried that Manchester United side attacking wise. Without him, they would be in a very, very poor position. Might not have even been in the FA Cup final. Actually, I know for a fact they wouldn't be in the FA Cup final because his goal probably wouldn't have stood against West Ham in the semi-finals. But again, a very good player, and he's been tracked by PSG. With Zlatan Ibrahimovic leaving, they need a new talisman into the club, and what better player than Antoine Martial, who can lead the line for all the years to come. What a sign he could be. Next player we've got is Granit Xhaka. Now, there has been news that Arsenal do want this player, but it's not been confirmed yet. A very good player, Swiss, obviously. Mönchengladbach seems to be all their talent seems to be look to leave in the club, but Xhaka, very good centre midfielder, and I think he definitely improved that Arsenal midfield. Next player we've got is Romelu Lukaku. Now, he has been linked with Bayern Munich, Manchester United, Atletico, amongst a host of massive European clubs, with his father coming out saying that he does want to leave Everton. I believe he's worth around about £68 million. What club would you reckon Lukaku will end up with? Do you think he will still be at Everton for the start of the season? Next player we've got is Andros Townsend, another linked player to West Ham United, who are looking to activate his £8 million release clause with Newcastle. Obviously just been relegated, but he is in the England side. I don't think he's had the most impressive season, but again, he's an explosive player, and I'd definitely welcome him to the club. Next player we do have is Leroy Sané, again, who's absolutely set the world alight at FC Schalke. Obviously, in the game, he's got himself a Team of the Season card, which is very impressive for that calibre. Still very young, 1996 he was born. A real talent, a real hot prospect, and if Pep Guardiola can get him over at the club, it'd be brilliant for him. Next player we've got is Morata, been linked with a move to Arsenal. Now, I can't personally see this move happening. I believe in the contract, Real Madrid do have a first chance buyback clause of Alvaro Morata, and I think it's for quite cheap too. I'm not too sure. But again, Arsenal are hot on his tail. They want him at the club, and I think it'd be a really good move for him if he does actually end up joining Arsenal. But I can see him probably going back to Real Madrid if the offer does arise. Next player we've got is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Has been confirmed to be leaving PSG. This is it. He's left the club, looking for a new team, and Manchester United have been heavily linked off, apparently offering him a 1-year contract. Would that be enough to get him to join the club? I don't know, maybe he wants a bit of stability, but he's never proved himself in the Barclays Premier League, so it'd be very interesting to see how he actually does do. What do you think? Will Zlatan join the massive league of the Barclays Premier League, or will he just miss out for the time being? Next one we got is Alexandre Lacazette. West Ham have had a £33 million bid rejected for the France international. Very good player, explosive actually, to be fair. Has had a decent season with Lyon. The season before was even better for him. and West Ham looking to make him their marquee signing, and what a signing it would be. Him and Dimitri Payet, Antonio, even Andros Townsend. It's very impressive, and I'll be absolutely over the moon with that signing. Next one we do have is David De Gea. Now, apparently he's still on Real Madrid's radar. They still want him at the club, and what a sign he would be if he does join over. You feel a bit bad for Keylor Navas, but again, David De Gea is young. He has that stability. He is one of the world's best, and I think he will be when he gets to a little bit older and Manuel Neuer starts to decline a little bit. Next player we do have is Callum Wilson, and this is part of a double bid from West Ham for Matt Ritchie and Callum Wilson. Apparently a £25 million bid was rejected by Bournemouth for these two players here, and you know, Wilson's been injured, but he's a great hot prospect. Scored a lot of goals before he did obviously get his season ruined from injury. Ritchie's been a very solid player for Bournemouth too, but can I see him join the club? No, not really. I believe it's probably a smoke screen for another big player, but I'm not too sure in all honesty. Next player I do have is Gylfi Sigurdsson, and apparently Claudio Ranieri is very keen to add the Iceland international into his club, who has definitely been Swansea's best player. Now, I did add this in a potential players I think Leicester should buy video. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. That's a very interesting video, and I did list Gylfi Sigurdsson as one of them. So if that does happen, I've said it should happen. I think it'll be a really good signing, and I think it will elevate Leicester to the next level, give them more options. Last and certainly not least is Sadio Berahino. Now, he has been linked with a move to Everton. Obviously, with Romelu Lukaku leaving, he may be the next man to come in line and look to lift Everton and hold their hopes in his hand, or in his feet, should we say. Very good player. You know, his attitude's changed, but will West Brom's stance change on the transfer policy with the player? We're not too sure. We'll have to wait and see. But guys, that is the end to today's video. If you did enjoy it, as always, make sure to smash that like button. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button too. If you want to see more transfers and you've heard some transfer rumors, put in the comment section down below which one you think is more likely. As always, I hope you have a really nice day, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.